Okay. Oh, share. Can everyone see that now?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for letting me present today. This might be probably a bit different to what's the whole presentation, because Mike asked me to do a presentation on the Railway Industry Association, who I work for. Just for those of you who don't know me and know my background is, my name is Carl King, like we've said. I'm the Railway Industry Association, or RIA as we call ourselves. I'm the Technical and Innovation Manager there, or one of the two Technical Innovation Managers, I should say. But my background is very much as a systems engineer. I'm chartered with the, and I'm also an international professional engineer with the IET here in the UK, the Institute of Engineering Technology. I'm also a certified system engineering professional with INCOSE. With Mike, I probably should remove this one. I haven't really been doing much of the event secretary for the Railway Interest Group, but me and Mike were working together on that, though that's Mike's been doing most of that recently. And I'm also a member of the Transportation Working Group. I'm also a member of the Institute of Railway Signal Engineers here in the UK, and I'm also a member of the IEEE as well. I've been in the railway pretty much my entire career, predominantly in command control and signalling. I started with London Underground, actually, but I've spent most of my career wrestling with these dreaded 5 little letters, ERTMS, which for those of you who don't know is the, for those of you over on the States, is the European version of PTC to a certain extent. And I've worked with within the supply chain as well, particularly for Siemens. But for 7 years, I actually worked in consultancy. But I now work for RIA, and who are they? Well, we're actually a trade association like APTA. We're the one in the UK who represent the UK-based suppliers of in the railway industry. We've been established for over 140 years. We started off originally as a rolling stock trade body, but our membership's now grown to over 300 members, covering everything from infrastructure, consultancy, right even to political consultancy advisors. And we extend our network extends to thousands, not only to our member companies, but we also have strong links with the government in the UK and the industry bodies, as well as academia and adjacent and emerging sectors, as well as our equivalent bodies who manage operators and other parts of the industry. Our members represent large proportion of the rail industry, and the turnover reflects, it runs into billions in total across all our members. We're also a member of what's called the Rail Innovation Family, which is a grouping of the UK's major representative organisations in the supply chain, which was set up 2 years ago. And the aim of which is to provide greater and clearer support for suppliers to seek to bring innovation into the rail. You'll, for better or for worse, you'll hear the word innovation quite a bit in this presentation. It's quite a key part of what we do. And our articles of association set out how we are governed, and it's done through a board of rail industry leaders. So what that means is senior members of our membership, our organisations sit on a board to make sure that we behave ourselves and that we represent the industry correctly. And that is our membership, like I say, represents every level of the supply chain, right from people doing. We have academic members, including the University of Birmingham. We have small to medium enterprises who do construction, and also large tier 1 suppliers and the big system integrators. Our work, primary activities, is we represent members' interests to government, the regulators, as well as to Network Rail, who are the main infrastructure manager in the UK, as well as others. We offer a form of dialogue between different members, and we provide information to members, and we promote export of members' products and services to other countries as well. We also do political, technical, and market intelligence. In case you're interested, this chap over here is my boss, and this is us running. These are some of the events we run and some of the people we facilitate. I wish I could say that this chap is a MP, but he's actually my predecessor in the role I'm in now, actually. And but we also, our export activities include overseas and inward missions and UK presence at international exhibitions. Obviously, lately those haven't been face to face as we'd like them to be, but we've been trying to run them virtually with quite a bit of success, actually, I have to say. With industry representation, we represent the supply chain on key strategic programs, including standard updates within the UK, and this can be at the industry level, the British standards, and also international standards as well. We also lobby for the government for industry funding and investment in the industry. And we also support our members in identifying innovation and research funding. We are part of what's called UCRIN, the UK Rail Research and Innovation Network. That is basically a collection of all the major universities in the UK who are carrying out railway research. At the moment, we are in the UK. We are carrying out significant technical research and other academic research into railways. I think we're spending something like about £500 million or a few hundred million on research funding overall on railways at the moment. And complex program, we also provide support to complex program boards, including the digital railway rollout, which is carrying on at the moment. I myself sit on 6 separate boards for that program, covering everything from operations through technical to the overall funding strategy. In terms of the main thing, other events that we do, our main thing is providing events to our members and others, and we have flagship conferences, events, and interest groups. These mainly group into 2 distinct groups. The first are our technical and specialist interest groups, which I'm listing here. These are basically only open to our members, but they are covering. They basically cover every major technical discipline within the railways in the UK. As you can see, we have standards and sustainability, information management, which includes data and cybersecurity. We have a dedicated light rail group, which is an area that's currently expanding quite significantly in the UK. And then we also have groups that cover infrastructure, electrification, signalling and telecoms, traction and rolling stock. And we have a separate group that deals with vehicle track interface. We also have a number of, you can see in the grey here, ones that deal with more non-technical disciplines, such as a dedicated policy, such as a dedicated consultants group, dedicated groups supporting small to medium enterprises, or SMEs as we call them in the UK, interface with trained client groups, and interface with client infrastructure clients, and the public affairs and communications network as well, to make sure that rail has the correct voice. The other form of events we organise is our Unlocking Innovation programme, which we've actually won awards for. These are free to attend, and these are open to all, not just our members. And these events bring together clients from the industry, challenge owners and innovators, both new to rail and existing suppliers, to share opportunities and develop new collaborations. And like I say, they've won awards. They've been acknowledged for their success in bringing together the right people around a specific topic area and driving aspiration, creating a vision, and building the new supply chains needed to deliver innovation. The event aims to bring new insights to rail from academia as well as other sectors. We often get speakers from other sectors. You'll see shortly. I'm going to give a couple of shameless plugs to some things we've got coming up, and including a speaker which I'm hoping a lot of you might find interesting. And we're a founder, as I mentioned before, the UK Rail Research and Innovation Network. We're a founder member of that, and the Unlocking Innovation events are our contribution to this scheme. We get some of our funding from UCRIN to put these events on and open them up to as wide an audience as possible. In case you're interested, our programme for this year is here. We've started in February with looking at Building Back Better, where we launched our new theme for our Unlocking Innovation events which will be for the next 2 or 3 years, which is Railway of the Future, looking at how the railway is going to evolve. Like I say, our first event was Building Back Better, which we ran jointly with a fellow trade organisation called the Knowledge Transfer Network, and this looked at customer experience and COVID recovery. In April, we have our annual innovation conference, which is usually a big 3-day face-to-face event. Of course, this time it's virtually. This is our only event that is a paid-for event, to be perfectly honest. I'll talk a bit more about that in a moment. But then we also have an event in May, which I'm organising on whole system innovation, which I thought people might be interested in this call. So again, I'll mention a little bit more about that one. We're also looking at data-driven maintenance in July. And on September, we will be running the Knowledge Hub at Railtex, which is the big trade show in the UK for railways. And in October, we're going to have an event on climate change and the resilience theme around COP26. And at the end of the year, we always finish with a review of Network Rail's research and development portfolio. Our innovation conference, like I said, this year is running from the 28th to 30th of April. When you get the slides, there's a link there if anyone would like to check it out, because this year I can say, if you're interested in joining, you may look into it, because of course it's going to be run completely online, so anyone can join from anywhere. We're running it on a full virtual platform that will have simulated booths, and you can have a conference space you can walk around. There will be lectures and workshops running. Here's a smattering of them, and we'll also be running some evening events as well to keep people interested as well. On one of those, we're going to be having an interview with Charlie Duke, who's going to be talking to us from the US, and he is the 10th person who walked on the moon, and I'm sure which a lot of us are finding very exciting. It's not, as I think we can all agree, that there was probably arguably few things we've done that were more innovative than getting people to land on the moon. So we're quite excited to have that Charlie to speak with us at our event in April. In terms of the May, it's just to mention the May UI that I'm organising. I'm looking at the theme will be about developing whole systems in the digital age, and what we're looking at here is the very start. I've been trying to push for RIA to do more on looking at whole system events. I wanted to run through the V life cycle. We've agreed actually that's going to take several events, so we're actually going to start by just looking at the very start of the V life cycle. And this event is really going to be focused on identifying what problems are, as opposed to trying to come up with solutions. So we're going to be running through, this is going to be run over 5 days, just for a couple of hours each afternoon, not 5 whole days, just a series of short sessions. And it will mainly focus on, like I say, realization of problems and developing a concept of operation, developing requirements for systems, developing the solution, looking at the modeling and simulation of solutions, and the challenges that we face in implementing some of this stuff in railways. Here's an outline of the plan. We've already got some very big speakers. We've got colleagues from HS1, as well as Network Rail talk about their systems framework, and also some of the modeling I was talking about, and also our colleagues from HS2 and our new Black Country Innovation Management Centre, who are looking at test beds for light rail vehicles, are going to present as well. So if anyone would like anything to know any more about this, please let me know. The 2022 programme we've also got planned. We'll be looking at the post-Williams review, which is the big change that's come to the UK, for those who don't know. We'll also have our innovation conference again. We'll be having a running event on rolling stock innovation, and looking at developments in Birmingham about manufacturing in Britain, as well as innovation in freight as well, which is a growth market in the UK, and looks potentially to grow post-COVID, and operations and scheduling and utilising available capacity, as well as high-speed innovation. So that's all I was going to run through. I hope that's made sense. If anyone's got any questions, I'll take them now. And but if you want to see any more, there's I've got a website on there, and also please feel free to drop me a line, certainly. Anyway.
Thank you, Carl. Well done. Anyway, for those in the US who may not know, where's the Black Country?
Oh, that's in around Birmingham, around the Midlands.
There you go. That's it.
I'm going to state that's around the middle of England, not the middle of the UK, because I should point out that I'm married to a Scot, so I'm not allowed to describe the north of England as the north.
Oh, right.
If you're in those of you who've lived in Britain or know Britain will realise why that is very important.
We all have our different regions here in Britain.
Yeah.
Oh, no, one thing I want to break out for your session, and I think it's the end of April, where you have your that event. It's a virtual event.
Which one, Mike? The innovation conference or the?
Yes, the innovation conference.
Yeah, that's in April. Yes, that's in April. Yeah.
And I believe it's mainly in the afternoon. So even those in the US.
Yes, that's a fair point.
5-hour time difference. You're doing it in the morning, essentially.
Yeah, so if anyone would be interested and wants to have a look at it, please feel free. I don't know if we can send you the hospitality packages that we were hoping to do on the evening to anyone outside the UK, but we can certainly get you involved in all of the events if anyone's interested, and there will be opportunity for networking and meeting people and so forth. So yeah, please feel free to look it up if you're interested.
For those who really want to get more into Derek Price's system integration for delivery framework, there's a whole day on that, essentially. Yes. And a panel that's going to address that, plus the requirements workshop, and you have other things by the supply chain.
You might be, the requirements workshop is not in the, isn't the
Oh,
May event. Don't mix the two up. Sorry, Mike. Be
oh,
careful. 'Cause,
sorry.
I think Derek is involved in this one. Let me just check. Is Derek involved in this one before you say that?
Oh, I'm
He's
getting
not
them
on. No,
too.
I think no. I'm not. I
So
think you're
that's the
mixing
May
the
event then I was talking
this.
about,
Yeah,
not
this is
the
the
April
April event. The May event, actually, Derek is definitely speaking at the May event. He's going to be speaking on the middle of the May event. And also there will be the requirements workshop, which is a really great workshop that we've seen run previously, which I would really, if you know anyone in your supply chain or operators who don't know how to specify requirements, this is a really good session to do. And I can say that because it's not mine or anything to do with our organization. It's one of our members who are doing it. And in fact, it's one who's, it's actually I'll even be honest with you, it's someone from WSP, who are actually obviously not even a solely complete British company. So I think it would be that I would quite have to plug that, and also Derek's presentation. And this event is free, and likewise this is being run in the afternoon. So anyone who'd like to sign up for this, and it will be all online. We're not moving back to we won't be, and we think even when we move back to physical events, we'll probably do them hybrid, and we will have so we may be able to open opportunities for international anyone who's from international interested in our events going forward to still dial in, even when we finally get back to the office.
Also, I have somebody who wants to get your presentation, Isabel. I asked her to send her email address. Is that something you can release?
Probably. She asked me if you could let me know, Isabel, what you want from this, and then I'll let me just check that with but if you drop me a line, and I'll see what I can do, certainly.
Okay.
Yeah, Carl, Bill Gleckler. For myself, I'm just going to be looking for that schedule you got there, because I definitely want to participate in some of those sessions.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you, Bill. I will, I tell you, I'll have a look. I think I can probably share this. There's nothing confidential here. So yeah, I'll share it off. What I might just do is PDF it and then send it out. So yeah, if you send me should I share it with you, Mike? Can you send it to everyone, or do you want me to, is there somewhere I can post it?
Or I can just email you, Carl. I took down your email address.
All right, everyone post the email, and I'll send them a copy, definitely. But if I can, I'll also send it to you, Mike, and then if you want to distribute it afterwards as well. But Bill, yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah, I'm really, like I say, anyone who's interested, please do let us know. We'd be keen.
So is this, are these like panels, or is it like an interactive sessions that these are going to be, or presenting one way?
We tried to break them up. I won't lie, Bill. Historically, when we first moved to, when we were the way we used to run the unlocking innovation schemes, it used to be just a whole one-day event. We'd hold it somewhere away from normal offices. We held one at the National Space Centre in the UK, another at York Railway Museum, that sort of thing. And sometimes we've held them at like members. We had one at Siemens plant at Chippenham, and one in. And we're looking, when we do go back, to going to Hitachi's new plant up in the northeast of England. But what we've been doing, when we first started moving online, we had to adapt like everyone else did to COVID. They started to turn into just a series of lectures. Over the last 2 or 3 months, we've tried to change that and shake things up a bit. So what we're going to have now is a mixture of, we're doing some lectures still, some presentations about what's going on. We're trying to introduce, though, in every single day at least, a panel discussion where you can have like we're finding that the good thing is the technology has moved on enough. We can now get quite a number of people on things like Teams and Zoom, so we can have everyone together and everyone can talk to the panel without having it to go through just a series of chats and stuff, which makes things a lot more interactive. But we are running a couple of the sessions more as workshops. If I go back to the schedule, the one on Tuesday will be hopefully, as long as once we've got everything sorted with Adam, that will just be a workshop. Adam will be, and everyone will be on. We'll be splitting people into. We'll be trying to do something fancy to split people up into virtual groups in meeting rooms on Zoom, and then Adam will bring everyone back together, and Adam will go through the results and so forth, and there'll be some discussions and that, and ice breaking. The one on this, I should have also mentioned, this day is also going to be different, because this won't be lectures. This is going to be some live demonstrations of the modeling technology. We're going to have different simulators, demonstrated, and so forth.
Yep. And what about your May 10th? I'm interested also in the con-op development work as well.
This is slightly different. This one, you'll notice this one, I've lumped everything together. This will be a number of presentations, but the length of those is still to be determined, and they are going to all link together and flow. And then the main thing is I'm trying at the moment to persuade, but I've got some very high level people here, who like to talk, but I'm trying to persuade them to cut that as much down as possible, because what I want to dedicate most of the time is to a panel discussion on this with them and a question and answer session. So that will be a much more
That'd be
interactive
great.
session
Yeah.
as well.
And it's
well.
not just on ConOps. It's like you have it outlined here. It's identifying the problem and then developing of ConOps. It's all an enterprise architecture as well. Yep.
There's been an agreed I mean, I had the view, Bill, and I'm thankful to say that there's quite a few people in the industry, including quite senior people, who agreed with me that one of the problems we had here in the UK is we tend to dive into trying to come up with a solution before we've actually know what the problem is.
Oh yeah, no, this is why it's important for me. I like to be in that session. I want to understand where the community's at with understanding these core principles.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's definitely a big discussion / debate going on about that in the UK at the moment, I think I could say.
Yep.
Brilliant. Yep. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's excellent. I'm quite happy to share this, and with the website link and how you sign up for the event is all on there, definitely.
Excellent. Great. Thanks. Thank you, Carl.
Yeah, Carl, just send me what you can, the thing you can send out. I already have Bill's and Isabel's email and a draft email, and I'll just put it on there and we'll send it out. And anybody else who wants one, send me your email on the chat here and I'll include it.
Yep, cool. Does anyone have any questions about anything? If there's anything about non-events, about how we engage with anyone or anything?
Any other questions for Carl?
Well, just feedback. First time hearing of RIA, and excellent presentation. And I look forward to seeing more of what the supply community has to offer. Thanks,
Bill. We're hoping as well. Excuse me. I don't know if you heard me speaking to Dale just before the event. We're hoping to enter a discussion with APTA to do an MOU so we can work more closely with our American colleagues as well. So hopefully that will enable us to share more things going forward and vice versa.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, that'll help us. Great.
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. Anyone else?
Okay. I think that's
it.
about it. I got a couple more email addresses that want your stuff there.
Brilliant. Well, thank you. Good. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for your time. Yeah. I'll stop the share now so you can.
Oh, okay. There you go. I still got my chat. I'll put these on the email again. If there's anything else that people want, we've got another 15 minutes. I'm just going to copy these emails down to get them on my draft email account. Draft email. All right. So let's see. Again, Railtech. Now, Carl, Railtech's, there's also a European Railtech, I understand.
Yeah, Railtech is, sorry, I said that it was the UK one. It's not. Railtech is I've said that was wrong. I do apologize. You're right, Mike. Railtech is the European railway trade show. The British one is Infrarail. Oh no, is Infrarail, not Railtech. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So Railtech is the European show, is a European trade show.
I'd seen those things come out because it's generally free, I think, for people who want to attend.
Yeah, that's generally another free one. Yeah, and that we support. We generally run a meet the buyer, meet the supplier events. So we sort of facilitate introduction of UK companies there.
Okay, yeah, that's all good. And I think for those who are the European one, I think it's hosted by ProRail, so it has a lot of Dutch railway involvement.
Yeah, I think they're hosting it this year. Yeah, I think it rotates. I think it's.
Right. Okay.
It's a bit like the G7. It rotates to.
Everybody gets
everyone gets a go. And I think it's the Dutch's turn this year. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it is, I would even normally recommend ProRail, excellent organisation. I'm sure they'll do a great job with it.
Yeah, in fact, I'm looking to get maybe someone from there to speak sometime. Yeah. We still have our connections with Dick Turlik and Marcel from the Netherlands that provide their perspective as well. Okay, so anybody else? Is that a day? Is it a cut? Is it anybody? Again, I want to thank people. I'm just putting your email addresses on here. And Ollie, if you could send me your email address, then Abdullah, that'd be great. And then I'll include you. And okay. Well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Maybe we'll call it a day.
Yeah,
Thank you,
brilliant.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone. I'll email this to you, Mike, and then if you could forward it on, I'll CC Isabella and
I got a whole bunch of other people. Just send it to me, Carl, and then I'll send this email out for those who.
Oh, I'll send